I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, friend Aaron. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Jesus, what were we thinking? Why don't we just push you off a cliff? Sarah made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. No, you weren't. Get out.
This isn't the first time you've done this!
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Like, when the author tried to write Clifford's Big Week and couldn't really get a hold on the story or the character. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them.
Like, here's a list. Number 1, it sucks.
Yeah.
Number 2, it's really bad.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem.
Here's
and
mine.
God knows you're simple. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. She's a bitch and you shouldn't date her. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Yes.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Rap line. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. ... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Fucking love that. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine.
Good for you!
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Friend Aaron. No.
Why do you keep them to yourself?
Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Not like you potato-eating monstrosity.
Nobody makes fun of my potatoes.
Do you have anything like that, friend Aaron?
Well, yeah, I guess I do.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that.
The potato thing.
Yes, the best we can do is respect each other and our individualities.
Like how I eat potatoes.
Yeah, some people like them julienne, some people like them fried. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable.
I just like them raw.
Makes me uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself.
Oh wow, I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more.
Oh my god, that's great. Maybe a preview right now. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person.
Intense?
Yeah, she's like pulling the knife out of her pocket.
Shink.
I guess that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't know, not at all. Something that I like about you, actually. I like that you're scaring me right now.
Is that so?
Yeah.
That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy.
Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little.
I am relaxed.
Put away the axe, please.
I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event.
She's like throws a knife at the wall.
This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah? Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure.
It sucks.
I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Oh, so it's that bad?
No! Yes. Did I just raise my voice?
No!
I'm so sorry.
Yuri brushes her face in her hands.
Berries.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. If by face you mean hair. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Maybe we should get in a car. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers.
Like when it sucks?
And having been through that myself, like when I sucked, like you do now, I kind of learned to pick up on them.
Okay.
Like, you suck, and that's what I'm picking up on. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very sucky and deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. Am I talking down to you enough? The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. Everybody's terrible at everything, except me, and writing poetry. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem.
Like what?
Your feeble brain couldn't understand it, but not just finding them and building them, but getting to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things.
People can try.
Shut up, Natsuki!
I'm writing my new poem!
I also hope
Yuri can't yell.
I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though, and eyeless. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of my poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. In fact, that's definitely the case because I just fucking told you. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
As time unfolds and you grow gradually less stupid.
How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try so hard to come up with something nice to say?
Yeah.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
No, I agree, it sucks. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
One, stop being a bitch all the time.
Yeah. You're just jealous that friend Aaron appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself...
There'd be a tiny little me's crawling around inside me.
Yeah, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Like a dumb bitch.
Name Natsuki! You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
It's pronounced piano.
Yeah.
Natsuki starts packing up her things. Potatoes fall out in droves. I'm going home. Potatoes! I don't even care that I'm losing potatoes by the second. I feel like I shouldn't belong here right now.
Natsuki, you don't. I'm certain we can find something that we have in common.
Hey, yeah!
What's up, tiny, annoying pink thing?
What? Oh my god, what about, the first thing he said? Manga?
That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. You know, the things stupid people read.
Don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga's literature too, So if friend Aaron wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything.
You got it, crazy bitch. Natsuki. I wouldn't do such a thing. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Like, maybe we'll both end up dead.
But that'll never happen.
Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too.
That's fine. Is that your breath? Boy, that was a really big exhale.
Such as there being too many people.
Well, you can see that's not a problem.
Three's a crowd. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you.
This really small, pathetic school.
I feel like I could take you in a street fight if absolutely necessary. If I don't do it now, I never will.
Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica.
Fuck you, Monica. You're not just going to wait outside, are you?
Of course. I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something?
Actually, I prefer tea. Well, there's just no right answers with you, is there? I like to make my own, though, so please don't worry about it.
Okay.
Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. See how I turned your nice offer into a shutdown and then a complaint about my life?
I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me.
Please let go of me.
She only got excited because she got to share her manga. But aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should just go home today.
Sorry, Ding, but do you plan on going inside?
No!
Why?
I'm sulking!
Oh.
Bye.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, Ding, for bothering you. Excuse me.
No, don't leave me!
Oh, I'll stay then. Sorry, I was about to leave, Ding. I don't want to go in. I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki.
I don't want to go in! I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki!
Oh, you definitely will.
I saw her at lunch today, so I waved and called out to her, but instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me.
Really? Sounds like there's some apologizing to be done. Not bad.
Not bad.
Hey!
Sorry!
Ding.
I'm sorry!
Ding.
That was a joke! I'm sorry! It sounded like something stupid that I would do from anxiety.
I eat too much of it.
From anxiety!
Yeah, it's the most important meal of the day. Well, I just don't like attention being drawn to myself.
Oh! Well, that makes sense based on the person you are.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
You're a piece of shit! But Natsuki isn't shy like that at all! I thought we were friends! But it feels like every day she's just trying to distance herself more instead of get closer. It makes me feel like she was only spending time with me during the club because I was reading manga. But she doesn't actually want to be friends with me.
Probably. Anyway, I gotta go.
Well, I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. It's 4:30, so I better get to bed. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her?
No, she was just walking with her friends, having a deep conversation and looking like she didn't want to be interrupted.
With her friends?
Oh yeah, she definitely hates you then. Yuri pauses for a moment.
How do I put this? You're not her friend. You hate being alone.
Oh, Sayori nods.
We're very different people. I cherish my time alone. I wouldn't trade it for anything. In fact, god damn you for talking to me.
Yes. I cherish my time alone.
Get the hint?
Hint, hint.
So I think, well, you should probably be toddling off. Well, if I was trying to have alone time and it was being threatened by an interruption, then it would just not make me very happy.
Yeah, but I don't see why we can't spend your alone time together. Yuri, with you, I think I was really careful to understand your needs when I was becoming friends with you. But I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki because she already seemed really social. Are we the most fragile people in the world? I just took control of everything instead of looking for the right balance. Oh no, ball peen hammer! Now I hurt her and she doesn't want to talk to me. How can I let myself do this?
Sayori?
Leave me alone, please.
I think that I want to go hang out with Cthulhu. Yeah. Oh, that's right. We do have that thing. Thank you.
I really want to grow as a person. If it's to be better for my friends, I want that. I hate being 5'3".
That's very mature of you, Sayori.
That wasn't.
I'm mature.
Ah, yes, the thing a mature person would say.
Sayori hops up and down on her toes.
So, does that mean you'll be going home after all?
And leaving me alone?
Please, God.
You can go in first.
Okay.
Okay, Fred, you're blocking the door.
No, you're blocking the door. Oh.
Sayori steps aside.
By the way.
Oh God, what? Before Yuri enters the club room, Sayori interjects. Obviously.
That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding.
It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work, so it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with.
Or when people are trying to talk to me.
Yeah, or when they're not trying to talk to me, or when they're just there, or when they're not there.
You and I haven't had many chances to talk one-on-one, have we?
Oh God, no.
Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I feel really ashamed of it. I like to think of myself as a fairly sophisticated person. So for someone to just treat me like I'm inferior despite my tastes, that's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her. A commoner. But something I've learned is that friendships don't always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayori. We're opposite in a lot of ways. And she sucks and she's annoying. But we're friends. Even though she's the worst. It made me think about how a person's behavior isn't always just how they decide to be.
Right.
It's also made up of their past experiences and their insecurities. Well, that is true.
I said all that.
I think that helps me see other people as actual people, rather than as insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow.
Is that how you felt about Natsuki?
What, that insignificant side character? Fuck her. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated.
Like what?
Stupid questions, for one. How pretty. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it.
Oh, no, I get it, yeah.
I just want you to know, in case I don't finish it, it's not because it's disgusting. And you care a lot about other people. And you're not,
And other stuff I can't think of.
Yeah, just a lot of things.
Oh! Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed.
Well, you're the one who asked.
Well, you're the one who said it!
Shithead. And don't you think I feel embarrassed? Man, fuck you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is.
You don't have to apologize. Your deal is fucking weird. This must be enormously stressful for you.
You don't have to apologize. Just every other time.
Yeah. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together.
You know, the kind of pee that happens after you drink like 2 Monsters in a row?
Oh, God.
Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy.
How is that fancy?
I don't know, I just didn't mean anything by it.
Don't ever ask me to hang out.
Shit!
Even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave. And it will make things better in the long run, sorry. I think anyone would be proud of you for it.
Anyone? Not me, but...
Yeah.